How's it going, guys? So, there is a movie that is called The ABCs of Death. Um, Now, as you may know, The ABCs of Death was in one of my most anticipated horror movies of 2013. Um, I have been wanting to see this movie for a long time now. I've heard of it. I thought it was amazing, like what they were doing. I'll get into more detail on that with you later, but I just recently saw it this Saturday. So, the ABCs of Death is it's like an anthology film where they got 26 different horror movie directors who had to create 26 different like short films, and they gave what they did was they gave them a letter, and each letter or each they gave them a word, and which starts with the letter that they were given, and they have to do a short film that the has something to do with the word, and it has to involve death. So it's a pretty interesting idea what they did, and I when I first heard of it, I thought, wow, that's a pretty cool idea. I could not wait to see this movie because it was actually really long. It's like 2 hours and 9 minutes, which is a pretty long runtime for a horror movie. But I watched the whole thing and I was impressed. I really did like this movie. I ain't gonna say it right now, but however, the movie was a bit what should I say? It was like the movie was overall really a lot of fun and I really enjoyed it, but some segments were just what the hell did I just watch? It was like okay, that was kind of weird, but I have little notes here that I'm going to read off to you. Now, here are the directors that I knew were doing a part of the film, and that these are one of my or the directors that I know that were doing the film. Those directors are T. West, Adam Wingard, I think it's Wingard, right? Lee Hardcastle, Jake West, and Sergeant Spazojevic. I can't pronounce his name. Surgeon was the guy who did the a Serbian film, so I expected his segment to be really like disturbing, which it kind of was. Jake West, he did Evil Aliens, which I really did not like, and he also did Doghouse, which I did like. Lee Hardcastle, he just does these weird, quirky claymations. He's awesome. He was actually the 26th director that won the contest that they're doing. He did Tease for Toilet. Adam Wingard, he did A Horrible Way to Die. He did VHS, a bunch of other ones. He's doing You're Next. He's doing a movie called You're Next, which is also in another one of my most anticipated horror movies of 2013. And then T. West, who is one of my favorite all-time directors, who did The Roost, Trigger Man, House of the Devil, The Innkeepers, VHS. So yeah, T. West did a segment called M for Miscarriage. It was really short and it was okay, like, alright. Adam Wingard did segment Q. I really liked it. It's pretty clever. Lee Hardcastle, of course, did letter T for Toilet. It's a really funny claymation. Jake West did S for Speed. It was a really kind of awesome segment. And then Surgeon, I cannot pronounce his last name. He did R for Removed, and it was a really cool segment as well. So I am going to read off to you all my favorite segments of the film. Now, these are in alphabetical order. I do not remember the title of the segments, so I'm just going to lead it off letter by letter of my favorite segments. D, F, I, L, N, Q, R, T, V, W, X. Those were the funniest, most disturbing, enjoyable, just overall my favorite segments of the movie. So yeah, definitely, those are the segments that you really need to check out. Those are my favorites. Those are the best ones they did, in my opinion. The other ones, however, were also all really good. I really did enjoy them. But yeah, some of them, the thing what I liked about this movie is that Like, there's 26 different stories in this movie, like 26 different movies, it seems like, just in one big movie. And you just get the chance, because I'm pretty sure there's going to be at least one little segment that you will like in this movie. Out of 26, come on, there's going to be at least one that you like. And there are also some that I did not like, but there are also some that I loved. So, I mean, it's a pretty cool movie and a pretty cool idea what they did. Like, you're gonna both like it and hate it. I mean, I personally loved it, the whole thing. It was awesome. But yeah. Now I did not know, these are the directors who I didn't know that were doing segments in the movie, but I found out they were. That is Xavier Gens, who did X is for XXL. He does very disturbing movies like The Divide and Frontiers. His segment was pretty disturbing. And then Jason, I cannot pronounce his last name. Jason Eisner. He did like those little cheesy movies like Hobo with a Shotgun, Trevenge, and he's doing a segment for SVHS, which is a sequel to VHS, which I cannot wait to see. So yeah, that's just all I have to say about the ABCs of Death, pretty much. Overall, the ABCs of Death is a really, really fun movie. I really enjoyed it. It was great. Maybe I was just a tiniest bit disappointed, but overall, I really loved the movie. I really did. And I'm gonna go ahead and have to give the ABCs of Death 4.5 out of 5 stars. The movie, it's an awesome movie. Like, they tell all sorts of horror genres, all sorts of different horror genres. Like, they do horror comedy, some of them are even torture porn, or like, one of them's even like sort of like a action apocalyptic with like robots and stuff. It's a really great movie, guys. You definitely need to check this out. Alright guys, I'm Jacob Palacio. Please leave a comment down below on what movie I should review next, and I will see you guys later.